All right, bring it in. We're recapping Spider-Man 4, and I'll be the bad guy here. Once again, you guys know me, there's no bias. I go after everybody. Friend, foe, soon to be friend. Let's get into the video. All right, so I think you guys have this saturated. Daniel RPK, Holyfield, Alex from Cosmic Circus, Cryptic HD, My Time to Shine, everybody under the sun. Let's go into these and we'll talk about them all. We're going to start from the top. We're going to go down to the bottom. So first off, came from Holyfield. Two characters I've heard Mr. Esposito could be playing in the MCU. Now, I feel like a lot of us have kind of said Norman Osborn. He said Norman Osborn for freshman year and for Spider-Man 4. Once again, this is a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. We have also heard that the possible Norman Osborn and Dr. Octavius will be taking inspiration from their No Way Home counterparts and will eventually maybe take their tech from that or whatever, and that's how they'll be inspired to become those characters. Now, I don't think they'll be in Spider-Man 4. I feel like that is just way too big of a saturation, but once again, hold that in mind, Norman Osborn. Next up, the Hobgoblin. Jacob Batalon will return to the MCU in the new Spider-Man trilogy as the Hobgoblin and will have connections to the multiverse. It was previously teased in Spider-Man No Way Home that Ned Leeds will eventually become a supervillain that targets Spider-Man. Holyfield M5. Now, that was just for comedic relief, nothing more. Ned Leeds, or whatever you'd like to call him, essentially in the comics never really becomes the Hobgoblin. He becomes brainwashed. Now, the one way you could do this would be is if you had the end of No Way Home, his memory is lost, somehow maybe his grandma dies and we see Spider-Man in front of her and he swears to become the Hobgoblin and wants to kill him. Maybe Green Goblin comes from his other dimension or whatever and tells him, hey, this is how you get back at Spider-Man. This is who Spider-Man is, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it'll be like Ned doesn't know who Spider-Man is, but Spider-Man knows who Ned is, into a big battle at the end where Ned ends up falling to his death or dying or coming back to his senses or whatever, going after MJ to hurt Tom or Peter Parker in the long run. Could be something like that. Now, do I see him appearing in Spider-Man 4? No, but the new trilogy, this could make sense. It could be a new villain. Next up, Spider-Man 4 villains. Shocker, Prowler, Tombstone. Scorpion was also supposed to include, but may not be in the final draft. Holyfield M5. Shocker, Prowler, Tombstone. Shocker is dead. They could do multiversal aspects. Prowler, multiversal aspects. And Tombstone, brand new character, could already be in the universe. Take those in mind. Those are three more. So right now we have So overall, Norman Osborn, Hobgoblin, Shocker, Prowler, Tombstone. Got 5 so far. It's already super oversaturated if any of these were going to be in Spider-Man 4. Let's go on to the next one. Next one, which I heard a long time ago, but also Holyfield is reported on, Black Cat theoretical debut. But Alex has actually said that she probably is not going to be in this film. Now, that could be possible. But once again, if she is included, that is the 6th character. That's the 6th character that we're adding in here that is going to be in a grounded, non-multiversal, possibly helping him, Spider-Man with Kingpin and Daredevil, maybe Daredevil and Spider-Man, the bridge between them is Black Cat. Maybe she knows them both and gets them to meet each other. Next up, we know the Kingpin is coming. We know they're doing the Devil's Reign and whatnot. Spider-Man 4 will feature returning villains from the Home trilogy and will introduce new ones that haven't appeared in the MCU. Kingpin won't be the main villain of this film, but he'll be the overarching villain throughout the new trilogy. Kingpin seeing over, having people understand that he's the governor or the mayor of New York and he's trying to get rid of superheroes, having them all banned and whatnot. I can't see it going past one movie because of the simple fact that they're going to go into Secret Wars, and I don't believe Spider-Man 5 or 6 is going to take place before that, unless Secret Wars is like a real quick thing where like they all go and they appear back in just a normal time, maybe the Beyonder stops time, maybe time goes slower, whatever, then that's possible. But besides that, once again, Kingpin makes sense, but once again, that's 7 villains. Here we go again. Spider-Man 4 rumor, Shocker and Scorpion will return and be working for Kingpin. We've heard a rough draft where the Scorpion has the symbiote suit, which is kind of something that myself and Austin right here were speculating for a long time. Maybe he stabs Peter. They said Peter was going to have a life-threatening thing where he could possibly be dying, which was hinted by Daniel RPK and by Alex once again. Possibly the symbiote bringing him back to life, him getting the spider symbol makes sense. The symbiote coming off of Gargan and going on to Peter, which will lead him into Secret Wars or Avengers 5. Once again, makes sense. But then once again, you're adding in another character. So now we're at 7 villains. Do you see where I'm saying? Where it's coming in to be a little bit saturated. And you thought Spider-Man 3 was oversaturated with 3 villains or 2, 3. Yeah. Let's go to the next one. And last but not least, Spider-Man 4 is currently in deep development. The Venom symbiote will be the main plot in the story. A director for the film is likely to be announced in August. Spider-Man Homecoming screenwriters Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly will return to write the script. Now, they did make Tom Holland's Spider-Man really feel like Peter Parker, really made him feel like Spider-Man, like at the beginning of Homecoming, even though I hate that movie. It felt very friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It felt very good, and it was refreshing and different from Andrew's and Tobey's, even though Tobey's the GOAT and Andrew's pretty cool. But once again, symbiote now being a main plot. Is the symbiote jumping from different for different people, and then eventually it's going to end up in Peter Parker towards the end of the film? Is it going to end up on Peter earlier, and we're going to have to go through different emotions and all this kind of things? Is it going to go into MJ and them and give them back their memories due to the hive mind? What exactly is going to happen? All I know is if you include the symbiote, technically that's 8 villains now. Now, do you guys understand what I'm saying and how this kind of seems a little ridiculous and how there's a lot of villains / characters being put into this film, even though it's a low film, not a multiversal film, and a grounded film? Even if it's a grounded base and they bring characters from the other universes, it's still a lot of characters. It's still a lot of stories going on at one time. Obviously, once again, the Green Goblin, the Doc Ock, and the Hobgoblin might not be in this film, but still, to have Tombstone, Scorpion, Prowler, all these characters, Shocker, all these Kingpin, Daredevil, Spider-Man, Black Cat, all in this one film. Do you understand where I'm kind of like, eh? But, that's just my 2 cents. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. As always, my name is Beretta. Once again, no hate to anybody. I like Holyfield. He's a cool dude. Like Alex, like all of them. They're all pretty cool, except for my time. My time is kind of whatever. But hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let me know in the next one. I'll catch you guys later.